we met her at the red carpet and she was a glittering star. And we met her at the pyramids and she was as great as the pyramids. And she, yes, it's true. And now we're meeting her as a humane human being. We are meeting with Juliette Binoche, and I shall start with one of your quotes, which I loved and got in touch with. When we get inside the stories and feel situations more keenly, we cannot leave them behind without them changing us completely. Which is, we are the sum of all the people we ever meet. We change the tribe changes us. You are every woman, you played many roles on the screen. But in real life, this is what we want to talk about. I want to talk about Juliette, the daughter, the mother, the lover, singer, dancer, the one who is in a quest searching for oneself.
I think I've found the perfect work. Actress allows me to almost be the philosopher of my body. What I mean by that is that through the stories, through the emotions I have to go through the situation, the psychology level, you know, intellectual levels I have to go through in order to understand the parts I'm playing, I somehow plunge into myself. So you have to be a philosopher as an actor, I think, in order to really understand people. You have to have compassion for the people you're going to play, and for that you need the body. So I think it's the perfect, you know, philosopher body you've got to have in a way, and also because you're going to different period of times, stories, in different characters. I love changing. I love because it's movement. Because it's you never be stuck in an office doing the same thing every day. You know, you have to create. You have to rethink about it. So that becomes a sort of wonderful pot of for me to be in, you know, and be creative.
Wow, that's beautifully said. For me to be a TV presenter is because I have many questions that I need answers for, and I want to ask everybody and everyone about it, and I needed the light to give me the warmth that I've been missing.
But sometimes when I learned that when I don't have the answer, I learn even more.
Yes.
Because sometimes you have questions, you push questions, but sometimes there's no questions because you cannot answer.
It's the moment of silence you talked about.
It's the moment of silence. That's when you don't know it comes to you. Because we're so pushy and willingful. We want to know, to have, to combine everything instead of more opening. And not knowing, and in the not knowing, you're actually learning more than anything. And sometimes when I cannot play a scene, that's what I do, because I'm stuck with myself. I'm stuck with my willingness. And some moments I just present and say, okay, I don't know anything. I'm not understanding anything, and it allows actually life to come.
Learning acceptance and letting go.
And not knowing, and learning not knowing.
Yes, knowing that you don't know.
Exactly.
And appreciating that. As a mother, what do you teach to your children? What is the one thing you're really keen to pass it to your children?
Well, they teach me to be a mother, I tell you.
How is that? Tell me
because
about
you're
that.
not born to be a mother. You learn as you're doing. Unless, you know, as a kid, you yourself have to deal with a lot of kids. Then you learn when you're a kid. But otherwise, that was not my case, because I only had a sister. And she was older than me, so I didn't have little ones to take care of. But they're really teaching me to be a mother. And some moments I really don't know what it is to be a mother, I have to say, because they know where they want to go. And as a parent, you've got to follow where they want to go. Wow. But as a parent, when you recognize what your child wants and what he came here for, then you become the great parent, because it's about them. Of course, you're giving structure, you're giving, you know, the nose,
yes.
You know, that you can't do.
What are the nose?
I had to learn to know the nose, because I thought, you know, I want to be the best mother, and I'm not going to say no anytime. That's what's my idea of about education. Then I learned it wasn't that at all, because when my son, he was like a year old, I had my plate like this, and he put his hand right on my plate. Sorry, a little big sound here, and put it in his mouth. I thought, oh, this is bad education. I've got to rewind and learn about as a parent to say, no, you can't do that. So when he taught me that, then I started to understand what it meant.
That no is as good as a yes.
And no has to be there, but yet you've got to recognize what they're here for and allow them to become the people they want to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you feel that your mother is an artist and she taught you the importance and the love for the land just by following her example of appreciating good food and greenery?
Yeah.
So she taught you something. And do you think that being an artist, whether in painting, whatever, being an artist in any field, is it genes? Or is it the life that you live?
That is the mystery of life. But at the same time, you find in certain family, there's one artist coming up. You don't understand why. You know, why is this one who wants to be an artist when the other ones are doing other things? You know, lawyers or farmers or, you know, whatever. It's just the way it is. That there's something in us that we wanna be in the movement of creation.
True.
It's about giving something that is not necessary, that is going to combine something related to the invisible, you know, somehow, that you want to reach another world, and you're finding a way which is the artistic expression, whether it's music, whether it's dance, whether it's writing, whether it's you invent your own way of expressing, and it can be a bakery, it can be an artist, and you know, art is everywhere if you want to be in a form.
Yes, true.
So, but it has to do with movement. Wanted to be part of somehow a cosmic movement. I believe that the energy coming from the outside. I know the sun, but I'm bigger than the sun outside.
Yes, applause for her. Come on.
We're stronger than the sun outside.
You are.
That's transformation. That's allowing life to be and taking it in and make it possible.
I shall applaud for you. I like it. Okay, about the energy. That was the energy of the sound and not of the silence.
Exactly. Because if you stop when life is coming,
Exactly.
you always stop.
You missed this point. You missed the moment of creation.
You can take it in, and it's part of it. As actor, you will always do that. Because something comes, it's an accident, and you say, I cut because it really, you know, I feel deconcentrated because of the sound, then it becomes another thing. But if you take it part of life.
Was it for the art or the feeling of indifference when you try harder and
It's
harder?
for the freedom of going as far as you can, you know, reaching
challenging your own self.
Yeah. And until I almost had an accident, I almost died in a film, drowned, and at the end of this experience, because I had to fight back to come up to the surface, I had like, you know, 12 kilos around my waist. I was sewed like this. I had boots and wig and coat, and I had no help to have the air in a film. And so I fought back my will of living, and then at the end, I learned my lesson. I said, okay, life is stronger than anything.
True.
So choose life and not choose the art or the this or the that. Choose life.
But at this precise moment, what was on your mind?
Surviving.
Surviving.
I want to live. I want to find air.
You are living, you are flaunting it, and you are an inspiration.
Yeah, life is bigger. Life is what we have to worship.
Definitely, definitely. What's your favorite slogan? Motto?
No slogan.
No slogans.
Yeah.
No mottos. Song?
No what?
Song.
The song, the
Yes.
best song.
Not the best, but your favorite, that when you listen to it, if you're feeling low or blue, bad mood, it will change your mood.
I always love Bach
But
and Vivaldi. They're very different, but still they allow me to, Vivaldi is definitely for the sunny, bright morning of, you know, energy back. And Bach for its inner reconciliation with oneself. It's quite moody,
Yes, it is.
but I love it. I love it for it. Yeah.
Perfect. You are a woman, and you proved how women could be independent, challenging, finding layer after the other, and the hardest thing is challenging oneself. What is your message to all the women all around the world?
I think you can. How do you say? You're in charge of your own life. You're the creator of your own life. So it's you have to make your choices. I would say for women, because I think there's a lot to be done still.
Like what? Tell me. Tell us.
It's always difficult to talk about it, you know, because you shouldn't be told what to do, you know. You should feel it. But I would say that respect for your own body, for your own, you know, you have your own body and you've got to respect it. You've got to be against any harm, any violence against your body. That's definitely something that I would go for. And it can be also emotional, you know, to be good with yourself and with your children and your daughters. I think it's important.
Juliette Binoche, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a blast to have you.
Thank you very much.